everyone. I ordered some emergency food supplies online that I'm going to put in my pantry, so I will share those with everybody. So come back in the next segment. Good morning, everybody. It's finger picking time. Yes, indeed. And you guys, we are not chasing numbers. What we are doing is trying to get our GKI levels up with all the things that Harry is going through and stuff right now. We want to have the medical GKI effect, and I want it for my migraines. So, Harry, I noticed the time on yours
is wrong.
You say 10:46. Mine says 10:01.
I gotta figure out how to get in there and change
and your date is a day off now. So when you change the batteries, something goofy happened.
Yeah. We have a video on...
Yes. Not us, but Mojo. Keto Mojo does. Oops. There we go. I have...
This didn't work this morning again. I gotta stop using
0.6. Let's try this again. Can I get that out here?
I gotta get this thing to beep. I don't know if it's getting the stuff or not. I have to wait till it starts counting down. Oh, wow. 0.3. Ooh.
Let's try this one.
110.
104. I'll take 104.
Wow.
104 and 0.6. So the first one I took. But your blood is running through your body on a constant basis, so it's always going to change a little bit. That's why we are going to get the CGMs next month. Okay, you guys, we'll come back in the next segment, but I'm going to have a coffee experience with one of my bacon bagels and butter toasted in the oven.
Oh, fun.
Yes, I am. Good morning, everyone. Hey, good morning, good morning. Welcome all you new folks and welcome back, everybody, to Loving It on Keto. I'm Wendy, the cameraman is Harry, and our little chihuahua's name is Little Sally Girl. How is everybody doing, you guys? I have got a dermatology appointment to have them re-look at my, remember when I had this precancerous area burned? Well, it's beautiful. It looks good to me, but I have my recheck on that, and I think it's doing really, really well. So I am fresh-faced, no makeup, ready to go in and see the doctor regarding that. Harry has his blood workup for his spleen on the 13th, and...
Which is the day they're watching this, basically. Tomorrow.
Is today the 12th? Yes, so today, yeah. You guys will see this on the day he goes to get that done, and then he has to get a CT scan with full contrast for his spleen. So they're doing complete blood workup. They're doing the full CT scan with contrast. We're waiting for Smile to call us with an appointment time on that. You know, it's always a hurry up and wait situation. But the doctor's checking him out completely, and we'll go from there once we hear all of that. Now, the interesting thing is he looked at our colonoscopy results, and he looked at Harry's polyp results, and the woman who called us told Harry that they were benign. Well, he looked at him and he said, no, these are the precancerous kinds. You need to go in every 3 years and be checked for that. So it's interesting, whoever called him must not have been the PA. She must have been just a nurse or something and said everything was fine, everything was taken care of, everything was benign. When the polyps that he had,
but I had to come back in 3 years.
Cancerous kind. So they weren't benign. They are the kind that can turn into cancer. So I'm glad we went back to our doctor. He reviewed everything. The good news too is your PSA test. After we had COVID, Harry was having some issues, went in, and his PSA test was what? 7. So that's why he's going in to see the urologist regarding that. And men, ignorance is not bliss. It's a blood test. You need to get checked. His PSA test, thank heavens, went down to 4.5. And for a man his age, going from a 7 down to a 4.5 is fabulous. So we don't have to worry about that right now. that's something that we can put on the back burner till next year.
Well, the thing about that test was I did a lot of reading when I found out it was a 7 because I couldn't understand why it was so high. And I read up about it that, and when
Come
they
over
did
here because people can't.
They did a study, so this could be good for all the guys out there.
Yes.
They did a study on people that had the injection, and those that had, and 100%. What?
You're using the C word.
Oh, sorry, big C. Those that had it or had the injection, 100% of them shown a rise in their PSA test by up to 3 points. So I went to the doctor and told him about that. And he says, well, let's do another test and let's see what it says. And that's where it went down. So it went down 3 points.
Which is quite interesting, you guys.
Interesting, right?
So, and I think that has to do with any illness it affects your whole body. And we don't know enough about the C yet. And all of those things are still under investigation and study, but more and more white papers are coming out on the long haul, which I had, and things like that. Now, a commenter today said that if you have issues with enlarged spleen or with your spleen, that can affect your glucose. So I'm wondering if that's why Harry's glucose numbers are higher and his ketones are lower. Because the liver goes directly through to the spleen, the blood goes up into the heart. It's all connected, you guys. We're all connected, but I want to make sure we get his GKI levels. I'm not chasing numbers. I want to be clinical in GKI because of the issues, the enlarged spleen, my migraines. And by the way, I feel much better since I added MCTs back into my system for my migraines medicinally. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, but we are sharing information that we have found and gleaned so that you guys can check and see if that is something, an aha moment for one person is worth us sharing with everybody what we're going through. It truly, truly is. But the doctor talked to us at length about all the things that potentially could be, with the spleen, as well as, and this is very interesting, Harry had open heart surgery. They actually, when they cracked open his chest to do open heart surgery, they broke some ribs on this side. He also had tubes going in here, and he had tubes going in here and drains for the surgery, and he always had pain on this side afterwards. And that got a little bit better, but since the virus, this pain he's having through here is become chronic pain. Thus, the spleen. Is it related? We don't know. Could it be one of the issues? Because the spleen, the lymph nodes, it's all part of the lymph system, like the appendix, like your lymph glands, all of those things. Yes, you can live without a spleen, but it's nicer to have one if you can and if it's healthy. And if there's something wrong with the liver, it can affect the spleen too. So the doctor is doing tests that will check the liver as well as the spleen and do a CT full contrast to check the liver and the spleen since they are connected in every way, shape, or form. And because he had open heart surgery, because he has a damaged heart, because one of the veins, arteries collapsed afterwards, it could all be related. He said that if Harry traumatized the spleen, he could have gotten a hematoma, and it could have encapsulated, and it's not getting absorbed. It's turning into like a hematoma, almost like a cyst that can cause a swelling. And we can see that through a CT scan with full contrast. We can see if there's a cyst or a tumor or a pocket in there, which you can't see with an echocardiogram. He said the echocardiogram, that was something that was like unexpected. They weren't even looking at the spleen, but because the spleen is so close to where your hernia was, that's why that showed up. So it's interesting.
No, they went ahead and they checked all my organs.
They checked all your organs? Yep. I didn't know that. Because you were in there and I wasn't. Yeah. So anyway, it didn't say anything about the liver. And the doctor checked his last blood test that we had about 2 months ago. And it didn't show there was nothing counter-indicated that would show something was going on with the spleen, but he's running a whole gamut of tests and we're going from there. But I said, you know, Harry fell 2 months ago. He tripped over the camp ground fire pit with the arm, and he landed pretty hard. He could have done something then. But he's been having this pain longer than that.
Oh, yeah.
So
long time.
We don't
Years.
know. We don't know yet. We're not getting worried about things that haven't happened yet. We're waiting for all the tests to come back before we move on with whatever is going on with his enlarged spleen. So I think we're all up to date on everything. And you guys, everything that you eat or drink the day before and sometimes 2 days prior can have a direct effect on your weight. And I'm not counting macros this month. The purpose of Bbbe is that you don't count. You eat until you are full and satiated. You try to eat 2 to 3 meals a day. You try not to snack. No small meals. If you feel like you're snacky, make it a meal, Dr. Bbbe says. So we're trying to do that and adhere to those guidelines. Whoa! I went down 2/10, 183.4. Harry went up 4/10. So, you know, it is what it is. You go up and down every day, and we don't even have to weigh every day, you guys. And even Dr. Bbbe suggests you don't, but we do it for you. We do it for you guys so you can see what we are going through. We're doing our finger pricking for you as well as for us as well. We're sharing our everything so that you can glean the information that we are providing. Anyway, you guys, I am hungry. I've got to go get my checkup, and then we will be back in the next segment. So you guys, we'll be back in a little bit.
Got something for you to do. What? You're making the bacon today. Me? Why me? I'll be back. Where are you going? You want me to make bacon? Okay, I'll make the bacon. Make the bacon alright. I watch him make stuff. See, I know what I'm doing. See? Oh, he'd be surprised. I'm about to turn it on. See? I can do it. Maybe you can. We'll see. We'll see. What? Are you kidding me? Where is it? Is there a brain up there? Okay. Where is everything? I'm gonna have to fix this now. I think I can't even look. Look, you didn't even turn it on. It didn't even do 40 minutes. I don't know sometimes. Seeing 40.
Okay, you guys, I last night put my bagels in the refrigerator because I didn't know how the bacon grease would be, you know, and the butter. I know that when we had my Bbbe butter bread, when I first made my recipe with the frozen butter, Indigo Nilly's way of doing the butter, it did better in the refrigerator than it did on the counter. Usually I make just my bread and I put it in my bread dish, my bread container. So let's see how these fared overnight.
Those are freaking great.
These are great. And the bacon isn't as crispy, so I thought I would put them in the toaster oven to toast them.
We don't have a toaster oven.
Well, not toaster oven. You're right. Air fryer. Air fryer. So I am going to put these in the air fryer, and I think I'm going to cut them in half.
You gotta cut them.
And you guys, they cut just the same. And you guys, if you're not doing Bbbe, you can add the allulose. You can add a little cream of tartar. You guys can make these. You can chop up a few pieces of sun-dried tomato, if that's the kind you used to have. You can dice some jalapeno and put some cheddar cheese jalapenos on top. There, you can make these blueberry. You can do so many things with this recipe. With so many things. So I'm just going to put these in and just heat them up that way. But I'm not going to turn it on yet. But they feel good. They're not sticky on top. Nope. The bacon did not stay crispy, but I'm sure they'll crisp up in there.
Oh, in there they will.
So I'm very excited about that. I've got my butter bacon grease mix. Let me put this away. Oh. And if you can have cream cheese, I'm jealous. Because if you can smear these with cream cheese,
oh man,
you can use real everything but the bagel topping. They're amazing. They are absolutely amazing. So, we are going to have...
Yeah, if you guys want to know how to make them, I'll link it.
Put the link at the end. Yes, my new bagel recipe, because it's absolutely amazing. And because the dough fell a little bit, you know, deflated with that, make sure you fill your bagel cup up to the top level. Don't overfill it, because then they rises just enough. And it did rise just enough. It did not fall. You don't need to leave them in the oven or anything, because you guys, they were perfect size, perfect everything. So it worked out beautifully. It exceeded my expectations.
Oh, mine too. I was not
totally exceeded my expectations.
I thought they were going to be like kind of tasteless, maybe taste a little bit like bacon or something.
Well, I wasn't sure.
Oh my gosh, did they just totally blow my mind. They really did.
And I wasn't sure.
I want a loaf of bread, Wendy, like that.
Well, it's not. Well, the thing is the 3 tablespoons of the gelatin is what made the bagel texture, or that English muffin taste to the hamburger tops that you made.
Yeah.
It just gave it that chewiness that I've been missing with the bagels, right? Because when I made bagels before with the bread recipe, it just tasted like the bread bagel shaped. These taste, to me, like real bagels do. It's got that chew, as close as you can get to the chew of a real bagel using the egg white. I'm just saying. It was absolutely amazing, even though I do say so myself. Some of you guys have already made them and have said the same thing. So I am so excited, and thank you for sharing, and thank you for going out and making them. Now here's the thing. My donut pan that I use, the bagel donut pan, is gone. It's out of stock. So Harry found one that is very comparable. I looked at it and I said, yes, I absolutely would use it. He linked it in the description. The donut pan that I used is no longer available, so I bought a new one, and I'm linking that in the description right up above. You guys go there and click on that description. It'll take you through our Amazon store to the link, and you guys can get one just like the one I'm going to be using. So you guys go get yours if you don't have one, and you can use it for donuts or bagels, because after the Bbbe diet, I might be making some donuts.
Well,
too.
You need more than just makes 9.
It makes all kinds of things. So,
or like one that makes like 40 of them.
Harry says just, make 40. Make 40 of the bagels. No, they're better fresh. That's why you get them every day. So anyway, now that I have a great recipe, trust me, I'm going to be making all kinds of flavors. I'm going to chop up some jalapenos and put in it. Ooh, you get the sun-dried tomato with some Italian seasoning in it and some Parmesan cheese on top. Or you get the jalapenos with the cheddar cheese on top. When you used to go in the bagel store and they had all those flavors, the onion one, toasted onion, and put toasted dried onions on top. I can't wait. Blueberry ones. Ooh, yeah. And just use this as the base and then add what you want to the top and put a little inside. Bake it inside. Super easy, super simple. The secret is that gelatin in it, because it gives it the texture, the chewiness of the bagel.
Yeah, you were sure if it was 2 or
Nope.
What did you use, 2 or 3? And you went with 3, and the 3 worked out perfect.
It was perfect. I wouldn't go less, because I don't want it any less chewy. I don't want it to taste like bread. I want it to taste like a bagel. We're having steak. We're going to put this in, and we're just going to heat it. Just heat the fat, basically. I'm going to start this. It's going to toast my bagels, and you guys come back when it's steak and eggs with a bagel. Yes, indeed. Sally, you're not here for the eggs, honey. Sally, eggs. Woo-woo. That's how I whistle, you guys. Okay.
She's out, man.
Is she?
Yes.
Well, come on, let's get this going here. I don't want these super toasty in here. Well,
Let's see.
I just barely cooked them. Just enough to get some
Get them,
delicious, because I want to put I'm going to dip them in my eggs and stuff.
Me too.
And I want regular butter on mine, because
Yes.
I want my eggs.
Yes. Whatever you're going to do to yours, just do mine.
See, Harry follows right along.
You know what? Because I always wind up paying for it in the end, because I always wind up getting something that doesn't taste as good as what she makes. The only thing I don't like is she puts way too much stuff on her hamburgers.
I like my hamburgers super duper.
She's the kind of, you bite into it, all the stuff runs all over your shirt.
Are you showing this? Yes, I do. You showing? Oh man, this just brought all the delicious fats to the surface on these. Oh my gosh, this feels fantastic, you guys. It's the feel, you can feel it. It's amazing. I'm telling you guys, if you're missing bagels,
Oh yeah.
and you don't make this recipe, you are absolutely missing out. And make it your way. Put the flavored toppings on top. If you're not doing Bbbe, put that everything but the bagel. Woo, man, yeah. Get it going on, you guys. Get it going on. I'm gonna wipe this off. And there we have it. I'm gonna put a little bit of cherry smoked on our eggs. You guys, we're having steak, eggs, and bagels for breakfast. And the plate is hot, Harry.
Okay.
You guys gotta eat now. You guys want to see what I like doing with my bagel?
Oh yes.
Get that egg on it.
Gosh, what's it like in the egg? You're giddy.
Heaven.
Yeah. Here comes your breakfast. Here you go.
Oh, our gardeners are here reseeding our lawn that totally dies every year, so they're putting winter rye in. Harry's going to take out the bacon. Yes, indeed. Looks beautiful. Yes. Nice and fatty. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yum, Julie, yumptious.
Good thing I checked.
Yes. Why?
You know who tried to do it? He just threw the whole thing in there. Didn't even.
What do you mean? What do you mean who? You know who. What happened? What happened while I was gone? What happened?
Threw the bacon in there without even taking it apart.
Who did?
Just never mind.
Okay, you're in a good mood. Turn around and smile at everybody. Do you have a lapse of memory or something? Look, what's this?
That was an extra piece I found after I put him in there. It was in a baggie.
Oh, it's because what did we use it for? Well, anyway, that looked weird to me because you never do something like that. You're very precision bacon, man. You're a precision bacon maker.
You know, there's 4 ways I found out to make bacon. I'm going to go over that pretty soon. Not today, but pretty soon. One's really interesting. At least I found it interesting. We'll go over it later.
You guys, I talked about putting foods away in the pantry, buying shelf-stable foods and things like that. And I ordered some stuff and people asked me to share it, so I thought I would. One of the things I did order is I restocked from Perfect Keto. They had a sale. They had a VIP sale. If you are on their emails, they would have sent you one. And I got some unflavored Perfect Keto collagen, some cinnamon toast, the unflavored. I'm gonna do it. The unflavored is just got gum acacia in it. It's just unflavored. And I got 2 cinnamon toast for later. I got my MCT oil powder in cinnamon toast. Cinnamon toast right now is my most favorite flavor. And I've got a free bag of Perfect Keto chocolate cereal, which I think is made with, if I'm not mistaken, almond milk. So I'm going to give this to my son-in-law Dave because he is keto and he will like this.
Yeah.
So we're going to go see them on Saturday for a barbecue in which we're going to be Bbbe and we'll share what we eat there. But I'm going to give this to him and it's free. So you got a free gift with purchase. So I got those in the wings for when I'm all done with Bbbe. But this is one I want to share with everybody. And they sent it the very next day, and my friend Karen, longtime friend, Karen, who lives in Washington State, told me about the butter on sale, the powdered butter. So let me get scissors. And let me share what I got with you guys.
Yeah, that was long. You guys all used to work at...
Well, it was Northwest Net in I started at the company May 13th, 1998. And I met Karen and her sister Shelly there. And Shelly has since moved here and we're buddies. And Karen has stayed in the state of Washington. Now, they had this butter powder, 2 pounds of butter on sale for $17 and some change. And it is shelf stable. It is shelf stable for like 20 years.
Yeah, something like that.
10 years. It stays fresh.
Oh, 10 years.
Up to 10 years.
So the other ones you got in there.
Best when stored in a cool and dry place in temperatures between 55 and 70 degrees. Actual shelf life may vary based on individual storage conditions. Now, if you open it, you have to use it within 1 year
Right.
of opening. So it's got great shelf life for sure. And then I ordered peanut butter, and the reason for peanut butter is it's energy. It's easy to mix. Yes, I use it sometimes in my different various recipes, but the thing about peanut butter is it's instant energy.
Yep.
And it's shelf stable, and it doesn't take a lot to eat. And if you're talking emergency, then I have this.
Is that 10 years too?
It just adds water. Yes, all these are. And let me tell you, yes, this peanut butter has sugar in it. We have kids, we have family members. If we have a game emergency plan in place, and if we get together, like I said, we have been collecting since we were vegan. I have got rice and beans and other things that I have that are 20-year life shelf, and I'm not gonna throw them away. And believe it or not, if you mix peanut butter and rice, cooked rice, it makes a sticky, delicious, nutritious meal with high calories. Yes, if by the time I eat rice, I'm gonna be starving, but we have kids and family members. We have finicky eaters, but they'll eat the peanut butter, grandkids and such. So
no,
I
really
bought
anything
some.
if there's no food.
This is specifically, this is emergency on my shelf. I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm sharing what I have, what I am doing for myself, my family, and Harry.
I'm including family too.
Yes, he is. What we would eat first would be everything keto, and then we would just go down the line. And if it got really, really bad, trust me, I have every weed that grows in the state of Arizona that's edible. I know. The mesquite trees out front, the pods, when they're green, you pop them, eat them like peas. You use the rest, you grind them up, you dry them. It's flour.
Right.
I have all kinds of stuff like that. I have been into herbs and holistic and naturopath and all of those things. And I have the books, and I used to have a beautiful, huge garden in Washington and in California. So I have a whole bunch of edible plants, including all the cactus and the cactus apples that are on top, you know, the buds after the flowers, you know, what is edible, what is not, and all of those things. Because if I am stuck and if I can get out of the city, I can survive better than in the city, just because of the gangs that are gonna form. But you guys, I have always been a prepper, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to scare anybody or alarm anybody. This is just Harry and I. We always have been. This is what we do. We prepare for the worst. We plan for the worst. And then we live our lives knowing that we have something in reserve in case there's an issue. Yes, indeed.
What else you got in the bag, Goose?
I'm showing you, Harry. Showing you. So I got the butter powder. $17. For something that's gonna shelf last 10 years, and I love it, and I use it in everything. Yeah. But I've got a couple of cans I want to share of it too. I've been rotating my cupboard. I have dog stuff and some stuff in here. I've got to buy more canned goods because I have been rotating it. And I've got a survival garden of seeds too. So you guys, and I've got stuff in all of my cupboards. But sorry, this is my laundry room. Yes, it's not the prettiest in the world, but it is full. And I'm not getting rid of any of the stuff because it's all shelf stable. I rotate the ones that need to be rotated. But my kids, I can give them a couple cases of all of this.
Well, we've already done it.
And we've already done that.
Yeah.
And that way, at least I feel like if they don't want to go with us whenever we go, if we do leave to get out of the city, they want to stay here, that's their choice. If we leave, we're packing all that stuff and taking it with us because we'd be going probably to my sister, Lori and Ron's on their ranch. But I'm just saying, we have prepared and we've got our stuff. So you guys, I just wanted to share that. I'm not scaring anybody. You do for you, but I wanted to share because so many people have asked me what I'm doing and how I'm saving it and what I bought and all of that. But a lot of that stuff was when I was vegan, the box stuff specifically. And like I said, if I break into that stuff, I'm starving. There's no meat to be found. Well, you guys, we've got our bacon cooked. I have got hamburger that's defrosting. I'm going to cook later tonight. Those bagels were delicious toasted. Yes, they were. And don't forget, use the bagel recipe as a base and then make it your own. You know, like I said, you can add herbs and seasonings and spices and flavors, make sweet ones, make savory ones, whatever you want to do and make them yours. But the way I made them were absolutely phenomenal. Yes, they were. And you guys, don't forget, with the emergency supplies that we shared, we share those with our friends and family. We can also barter with the ones we aren't going to be eating, and those are for emergency times. So please don't come after me if you see something that's not keto, because like I said, we started collecting our food when we were vegan. And if it gets to the point where I am eating rice and beans, I will be starving if I don't. So please don't come after me for those things that I shared you. You do for you, we do for us. I'm not trying to trigger anybody. I'm not trying to say you have to go out and buy as many things as we have, because we've been storing these up over the years. And I just want you to be prepared. We have a lot of friends and family here, and I want to be able to share and be prepared for whatever happens. And when I'm 90, I can give all of them away. Yes, I can. Or I can cook them, or I can share them, because that's about how long they're going to be on my shelf, at least for some of them anyway, you guys. But I think we're done for the day. It was pretty plain, pretty simple day for us. I just wanted to share that information. Got the bacon, doing fine with Bbbe, and I think we're going to go ahead and close this out now. I want to go to see Mom. I have been putting her in a wheelchair, and we've been walking. It's been cool enough, and then sitting her so she gets some sunshine every day. So I haven't seen her the past couple days because of Harry's appointments and everything that we've had to do. So I do want to get over there and go visit with Mom for a while. Anyway, you guys, don't forget, go look at the how to make the bagels, or my recipe for my Bbbe. Boy, there's a lot. Look, think about it. Bbbe, bacon, bagels. How many B's in that recipe? And my breads, you guys. Anyway, please remember to like, subscribe, ring that little bell, give us a thumbs up. We'll see you right here tomorrow. Good night, everyone.
You gonna be laying on the couch all day? Huh? Yeah. Relaxing. You played hard a little earlier with me, so you know, I guess you need to sleep. All right?